Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW, the Shooting from the Hip Nxt Battleground 2024 review and analysis stream / WWE Monday Night Raw June 10th, 2024 pre-game block party, baby. As always, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. Here's the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, King Tuco. Bro, what's good?
Man, what's good, man, is last night. Oh, there was one other thing that I wanted to mention before we got on the air. Never ever again bring Sexy Red back to a WWE program, dude.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
7:30. It's 8 o'clock. I'm trying to be just a little courtesy because we usually wait till 10 o'clock to start cussing.
Hey, fuck that. Hey, we passed the 30 seconds. We passed 30 seconds on YouTube. We good.
I know we passed the 30 seconds, but still, it's like, bruh, oh my God, it was.
Ass is too much for you.
It wasn't. It just didn't belong. It was too. Oh my God,
Ratchet.
man. And you know what the sad part is? I don't have a problem with Ratchet.
No. We embrace
with Ratchet, but that just did not fit. Like her showing up the one time should have been the one time. It's like, all right, I get it, man. This is how people party nowadays. This is the scene. She's one of the the hot new talents in the music industry. I get all of that. I understand all of that. I'm not that goddamn old. Okay, I'm ready to, come on, man. I grew up in the 90s, so you know what my music was. So let's not even go there.
Yeah.
Point being,
hey, Uncle Luke faced ass.
I mean, but there's a way.
Yeah.
It just didn't. It just didn't.
It was a little much. It was a little much.
It was a little much, man. It's like it was point. No, don't get me wrong. There were points where it was like, all right, cool, say, all right, waiting to Ratchet, okay. But then it was like, all right, okay, that's okay. God damn it. They let her go too far, and then she come back again. It's like, okay. All right, God damn it. They let it go too far again. So it was just, yeah, man. I think Shawn Michaels was having a little bit too much fun with a little Sexy Red. I think he was, too deep in the booty hole. That brown booty.
Wow. Whoa.
I'm just saying. Brian Breaker walking on scene as we got Ilya Dragunov versus Brian Breaker. They are advertising it for a match tonight. Ooh, that should be as JR would say, a slobber knocker. And of course, we got Valkyria versus that one and only, that crazy chick walking down EO. She's calm and cool now, but boy, wait till the match starts. She gonna be insane in the membrane. Yeah, that's right. I went old on you with it.
No, for sure. Hey, because it's gone, ladies and gentlemen.
Penelope says she loves me some Sexy Red.
Yeah.
She loved it. Lonnie says face down, ass up. Apparently, everybody else loves Sexy Red.
Come on.
Hey, I mean, again, it was like, okay, they could have cut it right there. Like, you could have cut it right there. Like, I feel like you gave a little bit of everything. Hold
on, brother.
Damn much. It was too much at times.
Look, I'm right there with you. But look, what Batista say? Give me what I want. The people wanted Attitude Era. God damn it, you got Attitude Era.
First and foremost, I was one of the few says, look, I want Attitude Era, but I understand it can't be what it was. I understood it can't be what it was. That was almost borderline what it was. I mean, Vince might have, you remember when Stacey Cooper was dancing on the table, you remember how Vince reacted. Yeah. That might have been another one of those reactions if Vince was still around, man. Vince, ain't no telling what might have happened, man. But hey, new era, new ass. Lottie. My God. Lottie says, man.
You know the one thing that did, like, it's Sexy Red, so I kind of like, all right, it is what it is. But the one thing that I did kind of was like, God damn it, our people. So it was when she was it was her.
It was that. It was like
her and Lola Vice.
We were doing good.
When they was twerking in the back, I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I'm down with that. Lola, do your thing. But then like the interviewer, I'm like, they were trying to make she was trying to make the interviewer turn.
And she was just and they left look, I'm sorry. They left poor Becky out there like that. They didn't have to do poor Becky out there like that. Look,
and you could tell like she don't know whether to participate or not. It's like, this is my job. Like, I ain't supposed to be doing this. Like,
oh my God, like, is this sexual harassment or not? Like the bro, it was yeah, they was having fun, man. They have fun. It was young crowd. That's the young NXT energy.
Hey, they trying to get them CW ratings ready to go, man.
Right, man. Look, man. Look. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Imagine, bro.
Oh my God.
They on
CW
right
when
now.
they get to CW.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be a whole bunch of Michael Cole hideaway stories all over again.
Oh my God. I got a poem to tell you. Roses are red, violets are blue. My booty hole brown.
What about you?
Man, I can't stand you. Oh my God. See, no. Oh, dude, I can't, man. We got Drew McIntyre right now, man, starting off them that talk in the ring as he is getting ready to fight Damian Priest. I'm sorry, for the World Heavyweight Championship this Saturday. But dude, real quick, man, let's get into this NXT, man. It started off with the 6-woman ladder match for the newly inaugural North American Women's Championship with the white strap. Mwah. Chef's kiss to the belt. Love that gold on that white. Just looks beautiful, and even with the brown of the title, it just looks really, really, really beautiful. Right now, as we got Senior World Heavyweight Champion and the rest of the goons coming out to address Mr. Scottish Psychopath. Bro, you were talking earlier about the match. You said Michin seemed real veteran. She seemed like to be the veteran. Everyone else still seemed lost. With that being said, man, just kind of further elaborate, just really the thoughts on the match, and just kind of hit a couple of points if you can. You know, what made you say that?
I mean, obviously you got a bunch of newbies in there, you know, relatively new. Right. You got the JAIDA Parkers, you got the KELANI Jordans, you got the LASH Legends.
Hey, Miss Parker. Whew, hey, Miss.
Yeah, Miss Parker, Miss Parker.
I see why they say Miss Parker, boy.
Hey, hitting that wrist. You know what time it is.
Ooh. What you doing, Craig?
But I will say this, and Fallon Henley, she did her thing, and I think I missed one more person, but overall, individually, I feel like everybody did as well as they could. You and I, before we got on the air, I said they were in a much smaller venue. Like, already the Performance Center is already small. So I feel like, especially with that kind of match, even with the fight pit match we were talking about before we got on, I felt like everything was too crowded. There wasn't enough space to do a lot of stuff. And then even with the ladder in the ring, like KELANI Jordan, she had this one moment in the match where instead of just running around the ladder or kicking the ladder out the way, she tried to do a clothesline in the corner, but her momentum got stopped and running into the corner for the clothesline because she had to jump over the ladder that was laying there. Like, just little shit like that. Or there were spots on the match where it was like, you got 2 women on the ladder and you got 2 women down on the outside fighting. And then it's like everybody get beat up and then one woman on the ladder, instead of reaching, climbing up, she looks and sees everybody there and just kind of waiting. And then all of a sudden, like, just takes a step back down on the ladder. And then, oh my God, I'm hurt. It's like, bitch, get up the ladder. It's like it was just like a little shit like that where I'm like, come on now, you fucking with me.
Get your ass up there. Go on and grab that.
Or like, I just felt like everything was a little, just a little too choreographed. I feel like Mia Yim, she's got experience in these ladder matches and stuff like that, and then outside of NXT. I feel like she tried her best, but I feel like there were just certain moves that some of the women were trying to pull off that they couldn't necessarily pull off, and there was a lot of overselling. Like that, and it's not even just the women. I feel like that was a theme throughout the whole entire night. Like, I feel like, they were overselling the simplest shit that didn't need to be as dramatic. JAIDA Parker, I love Jada. That was one of my picks. Oh, okay, baby. We got to go back to the drawing board because this ladder match wasn't for you. Lash Legend.
I
She
don't know,
showed.
man. She looked good climbing. I mean, you know, she
When she did
like
that drop off the ladder.
She was a veteran climbing up the ladder. Man, I swear, boy. She was a pro at walking them steps, boy. Woo.
Oh my! But let me
Man.
tell you this. Let me tell you somebody who, even though she didn't win, she really stood out to me. Outside of Fallon Henley, who I thought did pretty solid. Lash Legend. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. When she came out and had her entrance, the last woman to the ring, see how the crowd reacted to her, seeing her vibe, seeing her hit her spots in the ring. To me, I felt like she had one of the cleaner performances in the match. And when she took that bump to the outside, when all 5 of the ladies picked her up and threw her, she took that backdrop. I'm like, all right, you know what? I like that. I can respect that. But yeah, like I say, I'm not gonna get too hard. I'm not gonna harp too hard on the ladies. Whoa, bring that one back. Because I know it was a lot of their first times in this type of match. But I will say,
you didn't want to get hard for the first timers.
all right, I'm gonna wrap this up and say, man, congratulations to the first ever women's NXT champion, KELANI Jordan, man.
Franchise didn't want to
North
get hard for the first timers. You said it. I'm just making sure. I heard what you heard. I'm just making sure I'm picking up what you're putting down. I heard what you said. All right, cool. No problem. All right. Hey, but hey, I understand though. I understand. Like it's like, boy, hey, you might not have been the only one, but still, you was a brave man for saying it. I respect you for it. Shit. All right, man. First and foremost, man, let me shout out some people here, man, because we didn't hopped on, man, and Daniel and Lonnie and Penelope and Lee and came on with a few other folks, man. Shout out to y'all, man, as always, man. Right now, as we recapping, as Dom was kind of having a little orgasm as Liv was rubbing through his hair, his mullet. She probably picked up a lice or some grease or something. Oh, and then she came out to save her man from Big Braun. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at Dom. He is mesmerized. It's just something about a woman that emasculates him, that just gets him, what you say, franchise, hard. So, hey. Oh, and she's in the Judgment Day Lounge where got a thou. Oh Lord, man, Dom is, he is suffering. He is suffering right now. All right, man. Look here, bro. We're gonna move on from the women's six. You know, I don't want to get you me too. Next up, man, it was the tag team match. Not a bad match. It was a basic tag team match to me. Axion and I keep always forgetting dude's name going up against the OC.
You talking about Axiom and Nathan Frazer?
Yeah, Nathan Frazer. I'm about to say, because it's like I know the name, I can't say it. But Axion and Frazer, you know, they're a pretty good tag team. I like them. The OC being the OC, I didn't see them going down there and winning NXT championships. Like, dude, yeah, you know they're a team that's won gold everywhere, but they're not just finna. There's a difference between them and the New Day. Doing that, you know, that's something different. But it was an okay basic match, nice little spot at the end. But they retained the championship. And then of course we had Baszler versus what the hell was the girl name? I forgot
Lola Vice.
Yeah, Vice. I don't know, and her, another one. Not bad. I mean, we talked about how bad we like this fight pit. This fight pit underground, whatever. It was trash. It was trash. It was trash. But there's potential in Lola Vice and what she can do, and I would like to see more of her. I don't know why I thought it's like I don't know, when she won the breakout tournament. I don't know why she didn't really pop to me then, and maybe it was just the character or the way she was just going at it. I don't know, but when they kind of show more of the serious side of her, it's like, damn. I like her more. I like she feels more like a threat to me when she was being more serious and really being threatening, and then coming following it up with an ass whooping. I'm like, all right, you know what? I want to see more of her, but
I feel the same way. I feel the same because I feel like, all right, let's be honest. She's a looker, right? She's a very attractive young lady.
Right.
So when she first came onto the scene, I feel like
what's going on, Royce?
They were pushing more of her sexuality, her looks, her aesthetics. I feel like what they were pushing the most. And then it was like, okay, like that's what we working with. But then it wasn't until she got in the ring, like, oh, okay, she could turn it up. Like she more than just, looks like, oh, damn, you fine. And you could beat ass. Bet now I'm invested. Because I felt the same way. To me, when she first won, she was just walking around with the contract every single week. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I like cute, but whatever. But again, now just like you say, now that she's fighting, she had that fight pit match with Natty, which I felt was actually better than this one. But let's stay out of the fight pit situations, the underground things.
And just have a regular straight up match. Just give me a show.
Because I feel like a regular match with her and Shayna Baszler, like an actual.
That would have been better. That would have been a lot better. Just give them the ring, let them just give them ropes. That's all. Just put the ropes back and remove the security and just let them do what they do, man. A hardcore match between these women would have probably been way better than anything else. You could have been simple. It just could have been a simple hardcore match. And they could have just kind of just let loose or whatever that way, or at least a street fight that way. There's no rules, so they kind of could just kind of go at each other, MMA style, but it's still in a wrestling ring. Matthew says, man, how you feel about AJ Lee coming back? If she can, cool. But again, you got to take that grain of salt. She has not been in the ring for a very long time. So you got to take that in consideration. I mean, we saw how long it took Saraya to really kind of get back and kind of really get back into a sense of timing. I don't know what AJ Lee's timing is. I'm not saying she ain't healthy. I'm not saying she's not in shape, but there's a difference between being in shape and being in wrestling in shape. And if she can, cool. If not, hey, continue to live. Hey, continue. There's other things you can definitely do. And within wrestling, there's definitely other things you can do. The hillbillies back in the house. But bro, no, that fight pit or whatever they could have kept that. But I will speak of something that I at least thought was one of the best matches of the night, the triple threat match. You had Coffee versus Wesley versus that big boy Boa. Gallus came out to interfere. I kind of forgot about Gallus. I'm not even gonna lie. I knew Boa was gonna win, but I'm like, all right, he'll just win because them two ain't gonna really do much. They'll double team him. They'll try to get advantage of him, but he'll pull it out. I totally forgot about Gallus until they showed up. Like, oh damn, you know what? This makes it even better. Wesley looked great, man. To see him come back, he looked a little bigger. He's still high flying, but he was a little cautious. He definitely took quite a few power slams, especially the one when he was with the running knees and he caught him in the air and
slammed it.
It was just like, yo. And then there was another one he picked him up and took him to the 15th and dropped him off. It was like it was a couple of times he took a few of them spots, but Coffee looked great, Lee looked great, Boa looked freaking amazing. He retained his title, which I thought he should. Other than that, man, what did you feel about the match? And just Boa, 6'6", 300 pounds. My God, is it me or am I the only one that want to see this dude on the main roster right now? Like, I know he ain't fully ready. I know he's not fully ready. I know he still needs the time to get better. But, man, there's such a gift there. There's such a gift there that it's like, man, give him the right type of manager. Replace him. I think I told my son this. Replace him with Omos and give him MVP as his manager and as his mouthpiece.
You know what's crazy? It's funny. It's funny you mentioned Omos specifically because I was actually just about to say that. I said I wish for him when he goes to the main roster that they give him the push that they were trying to give Omos because I feel like the thing is with him, he's a big guy, he's intimidating, he's imposing, but at the same time, he's quick, he's agile, and he's got that look, right? He's got that that monsters look like a Braun Strowman,
Mhm.
a Big E, a Keith Lee. But my dude, like you said, he's 6'6" at the same time. So not only are you tall, but you jacked,
But
but you
he's not even tall. He's tall, but he's not tall. I guess in wrestling, 6'6" is big, but it's not big. It's considered average for most
yeah,
guys.
yeah,
So it's like he's the perfect height, but even for 300 pounds, dude, he moves so quick.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
he's a puma. He's a big black puma.
yeah, yeah,
It's like, dude,
yeah,
he's like, dude, he paraphrase, he pounces on you, and then it's
yeah.
like, dude, you really. I joke with my daughter and say he's from the Ibuku tribe from Wakanda, because
Well, he definitely African, so you got that one, yeah.
man, I know he's from there. I was hoping they didn't Kofi my boy and say he was from and my boy really from
Hey.
Detroit. I hope my boy ain't really from Detroit. I'm from the 8 Mile. Talking about he lived there. I just really hope he ain't like that. But
My boy
hey,
coming out saying, "Fuck the free world."
man, for real, man, he coming out being Killmonger, man. He done fooled us all. But no, I like boy, and the match was good. Hillbilly says, man, he thought Jordan Grace would win last night. And speaking of Jordan Grace, let's go ahead and talk about that, man. Jordan Grace, Roxanne Perez, yo girl. Give me your thoughts real quick, just overall on the match, man.
I liked it. I liked it. I mean, these two got history even back from the TNA days.
Right.
When Roxanne, when she came over through TNA as the Ring of Honor Women's Champion first ever. I thought it was solid, and I thought they did right by Jordan Grace. Even though Jordan Grace didn't win, I liked how WWE kept her strong. Like she didn't lose in an embarrassing way, in a way that it happened. You could always run that back later on down the line if you need to, because you can always play on the distraction that happened. Then, of course, you got old girl, what's her, Tatum Paxley, who was touching all on the Grace's title. But then you had Ash by Elegance, formerly known as Dana Brooke, a former WWE star who's now TNA, who came over. So Grace you got time to give her get back. But I like how the match overall, to me, one of the better matches of the night. And for Grace to not quote unquote wrestle the WWE style, with the styles being different, I liked it because it worked so well.
So for me, you could tell she wasn't used to it. You could tell there's a style that's different, or a speed. I feel like
Yeah.
there was a speed that was different for her than what she's used to, but she kept up with it, being the veteran that she was. I too, the reversal on the move at the end of the finisher, like I didn't even see it. Like they had to, because it was like, how did
Oh,
she pull that
yeah. He's
cutoff when
about,
she
he's
went,
about, he's about to do the
to
drive
pick
at
her up,
Roxanne reversed
and
it.
she just hit? I'm like, damn, wait a minute, I ain't even see it. And then
Yeah.
even when I tried to go back and watch it again, I still missed it and still couldn't see it. So it's like, damn, it worked so well because it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Having Dana Brooks show back up, I didn't care. No, I don't think no one cared. Hell, it took me a minute to even realize who the hell it was in the first damn place. I
Yeah.
thought it was the other chick, and then realized, oh no, that's not her. Because then when what's her name almost called her Dana Brooke.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was right. So it was like that was just kind of how that went right now. We got Valkyrie and Io going at it right now. But the match wasn't bad. You could tell there was a couple of spots where, it was it was a hit or miss, but I think overall, consistently for the match, it was a good match. That's why I said this and the men's triple threat was really good. Like these were the two better matches. We trashed the Trick. Trick won, but Trick and Ethan Page, it's gonna be a quick review on when we get to that one. But no, I really thought that I really thought that Jordan Grace would win. But now that I think about it, Jordan Grace has an open challenge
Mm-hmm.
at the TNA pay-per-view. So
Mm-hmm.
who's to say Roxanne Perez says, you know what? I defended my championship against you. Why
Yeah.
not give me a shot at your title? So
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, Triple H,
Come
okay,
on. Yeah.
TNA. I see
Yeah.
how you're doing it. So that's why it was pivotal. It was very pivotal that Jordan Grace could not lose bad. Like if
Yeah.
you were going to beat her, you had to make it look great. Now
Yeah.
the whole still the title thing, okay, it goes with the character of who that or what's her name was, and coming
Yeah,
out and
Tatum
still
Paxley.
because she's been doing that. So it's
Yeah,
like, okay, I didn't have a problem with that. I thought, referee was going to be, she was going to interfere. She was going to hit Jordan with the title, or she was going to attempt to hit her and then miss, and then Roxanne was going to get the belt and do something and then cheat to win, which I would have been fine with because it just shows you had to do all that to beat her because you
right.
knew how big and how bad she was, and therefore you had no other choice but to cheat. Fine, I'm good with that. I again the finisher, the reversal of it, and then hey, it worked. Again, the match was good. The storytelling was great. Roxanne really looked it. She really looked it strong. This was the most. I want to say this was the best. I like Roxanne in this match. I liked her character. I liked her heel. I liked the way that she came out and just dominated and just tried to win by any means necessary. But yet she held her own. She took the punishment that Jordan gave her, and hey, she stuck it out. So now we can maybe see her show up for the pay-per-view for TNA, and hey, they can run it back real quick. Roy, real quick, Hillbilly. I don't think he says, do you think WWE will let Moose, the TNA champion, come in and do some matches in WWE? See, Moose ain't an NXT guy. He's too nah, you need to send him to the main roster.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's the problem. I don't think this connection is just for the main roster. I think it's just for NXT. So right now you're just working it with the Jordan Grace in the women's division, just kind of really help build the women's division, which is fine. So just leave it at that for right now, and then let the little things work later on as things move on. Side note, real quick, do you think Ricochet announcing that he's leaving the company has something to do with this talent exchange that may be going on? That's why he's playing a part. Like he gave a notice, but is it really a notice, or is it you just kind of going to freelance a little bit on behalf of WWE?
You know what's crazy? Now that you think about it, everybody kind of assumed that if Ricochet was to lead WWE, it'd be AEW. I never for once thought about TNA. I
Man,
never thought about that. And now to think about it, it makes sense because Brooks Jensen and his partner, I can't think of his damn name right now, but they were tag team in NXT, and they did a whole thing where online the dudes talk about how Shawn Michaels and NXT fired him and let him go, blah 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 blah. But then he just ran an angle. He just ran an angle on what was it, Twitter a couple of days ago saying, "Damn, well, since WWE didn't want me, I guess it's time to make an impact." And then you just start seeing all these other like people start tweeting from both companies, and bro, I would say this is so weird. Like we've been so conditioned to believe WWE really don't acknowledge anybody else. So when I see like Becky Lynch or I see a Moose or whoever, and they're like tweeting back and forth, and then you get like a Wesley and somebody from TNA, and they talking and they're openly acknowledging each other's brands. It's crazy to me because I'm like, fuck, it's like shit, like.
because they're the only we've been saying it for years now, man. Dude, WWE is the only company missing out.
So,
Everybody else is working with each other. You're the only one.
but that's what I'm saying. It's so weird to see like a Drew McIntyre openly tweet somebody at TNA that hashtag TNA, but you a WWE guy now. Like it's crazy because like now I'm like, yo,
Because
it's
it's forbidden. He forbid it. We are in our own universe. None of you exist. We'll take your wrestlers, but none of you exist. We don't know who you are, what you do.
and that's why I like this because I'm thinking like I know right now is TNA NXT. I get that, but dude, if this goes well, fuck the Royal Rumble. This can open doors to like maybe a one-off or a crossover at a big four, like or one of the other big four, like maybe a SummerSlam, maybe a Mania. You never know. And this not too far out of the realm of possibility now, which is why I feel like Jordan Grace was the perfect person to have because one, she's arguably the face of TNA, including moves. Two, she can wrestle her ass off. And three, you lose nothing. If Jordan had a terrible match last night, you don't ever have to see her again. But if she has a great match, now that opens the doors. Damn, okay. And she's a TNA original. So now it's like, okay, you know what? That went good with Jordan. Shit, man. Who else y'all got? Moose? Okay. Okay, let's see what Moose got. Oh, you got XYZ? Okay, boom. Tasha Steelz, boom. Okay.
Mustafa Ali, y'all got a Mustafa Ali? Hey, we had a Mustafa Ali. Like,
Yeah. So I think last night,
Nick
Jordan
Namath.
Grace.
Who is this Nick Namath that you got? This Nick Namath that I'm hearing so great news about. Yeah, I
But
love
but Jordan Grace, because everybody, WWE, oh well, we're the big leagues. Jordan Grace, she proved yesterday she belongs in the company like a
She said
WWE.
that. She said that.
She belongs. So now that you've proven that there are other people out here actively wrestling, not under your contract with you, that can hang with you or look even better, I think she just did so much great for TNA and any other company that may want to try to reach out to WWE.
Oh, for sure. And you definitely want to show that working relationship, but it's going to be a working relationship because again, it's going to be a little bit of give and take.
Yeah.
Because AEW had to give and take a little bit with TNA. TNA had to give a little take with them. New Japan had to give a little take with both. You got to give a little bit and take a little bit. So, but this is what we've been saying, man. What's going on, Elliot?
Yo.
Everybody's saying Jordan did great last night, but WWE's late to the party. You're late to the party, man. For the past 5 years, since that other company has come into existence, there's been a cooperation, a collusion, a colliding of wrestlers and talents from different companies showing up in different companies and winning and having matches and winning championships and going back and forth and stuff. So, no, man, you're late to the party. Y'all late to the party, flat out. That's why even though people want to say, "Oh, there's no forbidden door for WWE." Yes, there is. You're the only ones you were playing in your own sandbox. While everyone else was over here playing, oh la 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 la, you're over here just playing with yourself, okay, in the dirt. Nasty, but but that's what y'all were doing. As EO just stole a victory from Valkyrie, not a bad match. Both women was going back and forth until Damage Control, of course, interfered in the end. But no, they were late to the party, man. This is what we've been asking for. We've been wanting to see some type of acknowledgement, just some acknowledgement. Again, man, if we could have gotten this when we had our the Monday Night Wars, like, oh my God, that's all we needed. We just needed that one person show up on the other show and it's a wrap. If DX could have just showed up on Nitro that night, oh my God, that would have exploded wrestling right then and there. Because, dude, WCW probably wouldn't have went out of business. They might still be around today. Like, that's the thing about it. Like, AEW might have still come along, but there's a great chance WCW might have survived.
Yeah,
they might have actually survived, but that's another that's in the ultimate multiple universe. You got to go to Marvel for that. That's another multiple.
I say, man, you got split.
You say what?
I said you got split timelines to get an answer.
Oh yeah, right. You got to go call Doctor Strange, man, because there's a universe where WCW won the war and WWE. They went out of business. There's a universe where neither company went out of business. There's a universe where both companies went out to business. TNA is surviving. It's like TNA is the brand of everything. Hey, there's a different type of universe everywhere else, man.
TNA is the new superpower,
man, for real, man. Shit, but man, they're late to the party. But bro, real quick, because I know we do about 30 minutes. The first match is over. Dom is going through his little love triangles right now. Raw is really in Earl standards, it's not starting off great for a go home show for a pay-per-view. Because right now they're seeing really harped on this Liv and Dom thing, and who is Liv fighting for the championship? It's like, hey man, you got a pay-per-view coming up. Is Liv doing anything with the title, or is Liv just gonna run around and chase Dom around? So yeah, we got that. Like I said, Valkyria and EO had a pretty good match. EO stole the victory. Bro, couple of questions. I mean, question. We had a couple of comments and then we'll get out of here real quick and come back on later on. Roy says, what do y'all think about Ethan Page work last night? I'm not gonna lie, man. As far as in ring, he was fine, but just watch factor, wanting to watch it, wanting to see him, buying into the match. Not at all. Like just it was so last minute, and one there was it just there was no impact to it. Like when he showed up, it was like, oh, is he oh wow, who's this? And it's like, damn, and those who knew who he was, it was like, he got signed to NXT. But over time, it could become better for him. But last night, that wasn't it. And it wasn't even just him. It was just the match. Trick got to play a part in that too. It was just the whole setup of all of that. It just really did not hit for me. I think you really just knew he was just a guy for Trick to beat.
Yeah. Like when it first hit, it was like, oh, yeah, Ethan Page is NXT. All right, that's cool. But like you say,
I didn't even say that. I said, oh, okay. Like it's like, oh, like damn, like, and that's how the people are taking it. Even though there are people who like it, even though there are people who want to see him have a run in WWE, even they're like, man, damn, I like Ethan Page, but this was not their best. This was not great. This was not a great entry for a wrestler to come in.
It's I don't know what they're gonna do with him moving forward, but good God, last night didn't help.
Elliot, my guy, chemistry. They just had zero chemistry. But again, they never faced each other. But I mean, they tried their best, but it just didn't go nowhere. Roy says, man, I just saw on Raw Liv told Dom he needs a lady to call him daddy. Yeah. Hey, daddy gonna get killed by mommy. Roy says some people might disagree with me, but I think Jordynne Grace is a sexy lady. The hillbilly loving some Jordynne Grace. Yeah. Roy says, I believe in time to change. Jade will turn on EST. I see it coming. I'm thinking right around WrestleMania. Well, that's when they'll have their match, but the turn will be Survivor Series Royal Rumble, somewhere around that time. Whenever they finally lose the championships and one tries to go for a title and the other one interferes or is in their way or some shit like that. You know how they do things. And then earlier Elliot says, yeah, no, they didn't have chemistry, and Roy says, I agree. But bro, any parting words, man, before we got to hear NXT pay-per-view? It was cool. If I gotta rate it, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give Battleground a 3. That'd be nice. 3.2. I'm not going no higher than that. It was some good stuff about it. There was some good stuff about it. I'll give it a 3.2.
No, I'm right there with you. A 3. I'm right in the middle, dead center. Like I said, I enjoyed the look of it. I enjoyed the fact that they did something different. It was the Apex. I like the vibe of the Apex, but from a production standpoint, man, just because it is pro wrestling and there's a certain magic behind angles and shit like that. Yeah. I saw way too much that maybe I shouldn't have seen, so it kind of ruined the suspension of disbelief for me from that aspect. But overall, man, I can't hold that against the performers. It was a solid show, man. 3 out of 5. But yeah, next time, no Sexy Red.
Yeah, well, you can have Sexy Red, just don't just cut it. You can say cut. You can say, all right, we're good. We got enough. You ain't got to go for overkill. Overkill ain't good all the time. We don't need all that brown booty hole. All right, man. With that being said, man, we are going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, for a quick minute, tiffy tiff or whatever you want to call it. Right now, as we are showing Otis and Chad Gable and them from last week. We'll be back on about 10:30, 10:40, man, to rock out with the people. We gave you a solid 40 to start the show. We got NXT in. We talked a little bit about Monday Night Raw. Sammy and The Miz, they're going to do their thing. We're going to go do our thing, and we'll come back to y'all later, man.
Yes, sir. See y'all in a minute.